Good morning, interwebs. I'm all up and around, and Steve has a training this morning at work he's an emergency dispatcher, so they have to do some like live call-in thing. So he is not going to be home till about noon, which is, I don't know, just different mostly. We had biscuits for breakfast that my daughter made. I got the fire back up and running all on my own. Well, I shouldn't say all on my own. My daughter did bring the wood over for me. I recognize she does a lot of things. It's mostly just because she thinks it's fun. And I would have loved to do some of that stuff when I was little. Certainly more than I want to do some of it now. Because, you know, when you're doing it just because you want to, it's a lot more fun than when you're doing it because you're the grown-up and you have to, you know? But I would show you around a bit that all of the priming, oh, I still zoomed in. All of the priming in this room is done. It is this lovely shade of what is probably quite a popular kind of gray. It will not be that way for long. We'll see if we're going to start painting today. I'm not sure. Oh, the heat went off. Yay! So now you don't have to hear it in the background. By the way, we use our heat to bring the house up to temperature in the morning. And then we maintain the temperature using the wood stove. It's worked really, really effectively. And the heat's not on for very long. Like maybe less than a half an hour in the morning. And that just gets everything warmed back up. And actually, it's up to 66 degrees. So now I'm going to turn the heat off. My phone. It's Steve! Ring-a-ling-a-ling-ling!
I just let you know I was on my way home.
Oh, good. Tell the vlog.
Tell what?
Tell the vlog. I'm vlogging.
Oh, okay. I'm on my way home.
Okay. Anyways, I guess he's on his way, which does make the chance that we will paint today more likely. I was unsure with what time he was going to get home, so since he will be here shortly, we will probably start painting. And the walls are going to be this color, which is kind of like a gray purple, and it's called Grade Mountain. And then the cabinets and trims and stuff are going to be this color, which is called Wild Mustang, I think. And it's kind of a greeny brown, or a browny green. I don't know, a little bit of both. But I really didn't think that they looked as close in color, but those little swatches that are on the top of the cans look mighty close. But either way, we like both the colors, so even if they look very similar in the end, I think Steve and I will still like it. But we decided to go with some really dark colors because when we pulled down the walls, turned out that I really liked the way that it looked when everything was kind of, you know, studs and that really dark brown that it was that you saw for a while after demo. We're like, oh, let's make the kitchen look like that all the time. You know, except minus the wind and the gaping holes and the insulation and the foam and stuff. So, now that it's covered in nice walls, we'll paint it a nice dark color. It's happening again, only this time on horseback. More neighbors herding cows, the ones I've been showing you in the pasture. Across the street, they're going home, I guess. But yeah, their people are on horseback. And look, oh, they're all starting to run into our field. So the last 2 clips you saw were out of order. I actually filmed the cows first, and I just got off the phone. I called Steve because I forgot to tell him to not come home. He would have come home toward the cows and had to, like, wait in cow traffic because we have cow traffic. That's just crazy. I've never, ever seen this before, and twice in 1 year. And twice in 1 year that I was prepared with a camera. That's crazy. But my dad says they used to do it all the time. But of course they always did horses and I guess a truck maybe, depending on like when in his life. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. I mean, obviously people must do it, but I've never seen it. And maybe it's just the weather's so nice that they can. I don't know. But yeah, I told Steve to drive like around a couple of sections and down so that he misses the cows. Because there's cows on our road. Steve has returned home and he encountered the herd of cows on the way. What happened, Steve?
So I was told to take the through town road instead of our road all the way home. So I pulled through the dirt road, and right as I'm getting to the intersection where I need to turn right, they were coming from the right, the cows were. And so I was sitting there waiting. I left lots of room and went really slow. And then I think they might have recognized me, or some of them might have, because they're the herd from right across the street, and they were going flying, and then all of a sudden one of the cows just goes, and
what happens when one cow does something?
And then immediately, like 5 more, all right behind it, did the same thing. And then they all wanted to start walking towards me. And so I started creeping forward so they couldn't go down the road. And then one of their cowpokes caught up to them and pushed him back down the road.
That's hilarious.
But they were not concerned with the other truck that was parked at the intersection.
No, the funny thing is there's like how many gray minivans that are.
Well, that's true.
The fact that we can't determine our own vehicle, but you think a cow recognized our car.
You said could have. I did not say I thought they did.
Maybe it saw the license plate the same way we. Maybe they were like, hey, that one must be theirs. Are we gonna paint this afternoon?
I would like to. You want to do it before lunch or after lunch?
We could start.
Okay.
I'm gonna go change then. So it is about 20 after 4 and everybody's up at rest time. Steve and I finished the first coat of paint this afternoon before we had lunch. And so I thought I would show you all the progress. Let's see. What if I stand over here? There you go. So the ceiling's all done. The walls are all done. We really like the color. It's like a purpley gray. Let's see if you can see it. And it's a semi-gloss paint, so it's got kind of a sheen to it, which I just think brings a nice brightness without taking away from the deep color. It looks so good. So we got that done. Tomorrow the plan is to do another coat of paint, and then I guess we're gonna do electricity and light fixtures, and then just keep plugging along from there. Let's see if y'all can see through my dirty windows. You can see all the birds in the bushes. We got so many birds in the bushes by our propane tank right now. See the birdies? And the thing that's most interesting is if you look at our grass, it just looks like the grass is moving. Because the birds are so well camouflaged that they're all just twittering around. I can just stare at the grass forever. I also like with the new wall color, it just looks really, really nice with the outside. And things like watching the birdies. Steve and I also spent our morning watching our kids out the window, being adorable and having fun together. And they played on their play set for a while. And then they were playing with our heap of couch and old door and just stuff, and they were making a fort and doing all sorts of things I said would have been so fun to do when I was a kid, but like, we never had a couch and a pile of lath sitting in our yard. Doesn't go over so well in town, but I'm glad that our kids have those things to play with, and we get to play vicariously from the inside.